Okay, this is how we localize pages. You're going to open Visual Studio and open the project, and I actually put this file right in documentation, how to do resources. So that's what I have open right here, and it walks you through it, and I'm going to walk you through it as well. Whenever you start, don't forget to right click on the solution node and get latest. Right click, get latest version. Okay. So the first thing you do is pick the page you want to localize. This one I'm going to use the default, which is our home page. Let me close these out. Open it in the Solution Explorer. So anything that's ASPX is editable, but probably should wait till we identify which ones need to be done. But default is likely a good target after Chris finishes with stuff. But so I'm just going to pick this text to change. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Or to localize it, not change, but to localize. But we can test to see if it changed, so let's do that too. There's what I'm doing, but don't do, for this example, only pick text with no angle brackets in it. Like this one has this strong. I'll show you how to do that next. So then you want to pick a unique name, something that's unique, so we can identify it. And I suggest absolutely use page name and then something that will identify it. In whatever detail you want to provide, as long as it's unique. And since this is like just looks like a section subtitle, I'm going to call it default page subtitle. Probably should call it section subtitle. How's that? Section subtitle. Actually, let me copy that and I'll come back to that other text. And I'm going to put it right here too because it gets repeated. Bink. Okay. So I've got my name. I'm calling it section subtitle. And you might just pound these out in the resources first, but anyway, this is how you do it round trip. Then log into Salesforce, test Salesforce, and you go to the big resources tab. I think I said resources, but I changed it to big resources. The big resources tab. And then create a new one. And we're going to use our resource name, which was my default page section subtitle. Skip that. And the text content we're going to put in is this. And I paste it in text content and I save. Then I go back to the web page and I replace the text with this. It looks like you'll see yellow here and yellow here, and then your unique name. Get rid of the squiggly braces. And that's it, you're done. Now, in order to do this one that has angle brackets, and you can't do all of them, you don't want to change class names, but if you see a strong, a bold, if you want to put whatever you want in there, in this case strong means bold, but for the most part, we'll see if it'll work. This is the simple, this is a rich text localization, so it's the same thing. Let's pick the page, identify the thing you want to replace that contains more than text, right? And so I'm going to replace this strong, welcome strong, and I'm going to call it default page section header welcome. That makes sense? Yeah, okay. So that's the name of my resource. So I go back, or do a new resource, or resource. This time, instead of putting in text, and you can share them, you can put two in there if you have the need, but I'm going to take this just as a note, but can't put angle brackets in, so get rid of them. Might be able to, but I don't know. Oops. Really what we wanted that was bold. So that will preserve those. You can also put in pictures. You choose the file and You can save it in the doc. You can put whatever you. This is a rich text editor. You can go pretty far out. I mean, that's not super far, but it's better than just text. So, oh yeah, the exactive makes it so it works too, but that's on by default. So now I'm going to take my, go back to there, and in this case, it's just a little bit different. I'm going to use just the only thing that's different here is the RHTML content instead of our text, because it's rich content. And I'm going to replace that and put in my chosen unique identifier. That should be done. Save it. Always run it to see if it works. If you haven't done this, Devin, you right click on this, you say set as startup project. You should only have to do that once as long as it's bold. And then you just click the green arrow. Let's see if we did it right. What did we edit? Is that what we edited? Welcome to Trivedi. Welcome to Trivedi. Welcome to Trivedi. This is something you have never before experienced. So let's just see if that actually did it. I'm going to change the value. Let's change the value of the simple one. Let's just add an exclamation point for now. Save. Restart. It is not working. Seem to have the same issue I had before, where this stuff's actually not being built, which gets tricky. If it's not behaving, you have to go down here, go to your IX Express, stop the site. Let's see if that does it. Sometimes you have to also build. There's the second exclamation point. So there, that worked. Okay, I'm just going to take that exclamation point out real quick. And watch your spelling and all that, because this thing doesn't do spelling right. Okay, now at the end of the day, if we're happy and it works, which we think it does, always go check in. You won't have any of this. And I'm going to exclude that. And I'm going to say localizing default.aspx, just to say what it was. And that is it. I'll put a link to this video in this as well.